This week on The Bottom Line, I learned how to use a microphone. Marine Data Solutions hands over a big check, and we talk about hiring day workers. And I'm Doug. Welcome to the silliest internet-based yachting show on the internet. Chelsea's supposed to be here, but she was here. She had clients, and they were like, we want to buy a boat, so off she went. I mean, we do have day jobs, but we got a lot to go through this show. It's going to be a really good one. We are at FLIBS, the Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show, and we'll show you a little bit from our party. I'll explain that in Yacht Industry News. So in the meantime, Georgia, go ahead and give me some sponsors.
Elite Air Conditioning of South Florida. Whether it's refit, new installation, repairs, or maintenance, these guys can get it done on your yacht, your house, your aircraft carrier, your submarine, even your spaceship. Give them a call today.
Hargrave Custom Yachts. The middle word being custom, they'll build anything you want. They'll build a gold-plated bathtub if you want, or a 200-foot mega yacht. ITS, that stands for Interior Technology Services. If you need your carpets certified, these are the people. They will also do the walls, the cushions, any soft fabrics in the boat. Remember, ITS is your #1 choice to get your carpets and interior cleaned. Crewhaven1501.com. If you're just entering town and you need a place to stay, this is the place to go. If you're even in a refit in a boat yard, they have housing right next to all the major yards. Check out Crewhaven at crewhaven1501.com. Never forget, monkey butlers, pink Rolls Royces, bouncy houses, and these houses do not drag in the middle of the night. Marine Data Solutions, I do have 99 props on board, but with the blender, they all get blended together, and I don't have any. MPT, Maritime Professional Training. This is the one school where you can go from your first STCW all the way up to Unlimited Master. Never forget, one school, unlimited possibilities. And we love our sponsors so much, and it's so important. You know, those guys pay for the show, you guys watch the show, I stand in front of the camera. It's all works, it all works. Okay, so FLIBS, day 5, and you know, I would say it was a pretty good show, So what we're going to do is we're going to roll right into Yacht Industry News. So, Yacht Industry News, a couple of things. Obviously, the Bottom Line had a Bottom Line party. That was a huge success. We'll be showing you some clips in a second. But otherwise, a little bit of Yacht Industry News we don't want to hear about is the major report around the docks is chartering is way down. The phones aren't ringing. I think it has a lot to do with the economy. It has a lot to do with, Israel and the Ukraine and inflation. I've talked to some brokers, charter brokers. They're also saying that this 14% Bahamian VAT tax is a killer. I'll give you an example. Hey, you want to charter this boat? Yeah, it's $100,000. Okay, great. Here's the check. No, wait a minute. Now we need an APA. That's 30%. Okay. Then we got a crew. You got to tip the crew. Don't forget the crew. How much is that? And it's like 20%. And the guy's like, all right, that's it, we're all in, that's another 50%. Oh wait, 14% VAT tax. It's killing the charter industry over here. I'm all for the Bahamas getting the money that they deserve, but 14% is a lot, and what it's doing is it's hurting charters. That's just an opinion, but fact of the matter is charters are way down. And that is an indicator that other things are going to go down. People are using their boats less. Okay, next. I threw a party. I got all the sponsors to chip in, and it was really great. There were a couple of stars with our sponsors. One was Marine Data Solutions, we had a raffle, and some people threw some money in there, but Marine Data Solutions presented a check to the Bahamian National Trust, that's for hurricane relief, for $8,600. Isn't that awesome? That was really cool. The Bottom Line gave away, among other things, we gave away an iPad. We had about 1,800 crew there. It was insane. We're going to have to get a bigger venue next year. I want to thank everybody who showed up. It was simply awesome. It was logistically a nightmare because we could not even talk with microphones over the crowd. There were so many crew. I'm just happy to be able to give back to the yachting community, like I said I always would, and I want to thank all of our sponsors that made this happen. That's MPT. Georgia, go ahead and give me a list of those guys. You guys got to see this because these guys chipped in. Kind of off the hook a little. It's kind of crazy.
Very loud.
It's very, very loud.
It's awesome. Thank you everybody for
But I
coming.
want to thank everybody for coming, and we got to thank the people that made this happen.
Yes, thank you so much.
The Motor Yacht Kimosabi.
Yay.
Cool. Hargrave Custom Yachts. Concord Marine Electronics. Ray Marine. Marine Data Solutions. Elite AC. Marina Mile Yachting Center. Prop Speed. Prop Speed. Where's Prop Speed?
And don't forget about Happy Massage. I got the greatest massage here.
Thanks for watching. Georgia, Chelsea, and Doug. That's it. We're done for the night. No, we're not even done.
Nobody's done.
Next year, we're going to see it all again. It's going to be even bigger. So as far as bottom feeders go, we had a ton of bottom feeders. So go ahead, Georgia. Give me some bottom feeders from the party.
I'm a bottom feeder!
I'm a bottom feeder.
You're on the show. The bottom line. This is it. The bottom line. All right. Marina Mile Yachting Center took this party to the next level.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks for coming. Norms, he actually did a couple of spots on the show.
I have been known, and you know what? The show survived. I'm a bottom feeder!
Captain's on call.
COC himself.
Hey, from Australia, mate.
Australia.
Hey,
Are you watching the show in Australia?
I'm watching the show in Australia and in Spain.
Oh my God, he's watching the show in Australia and Spain. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you, I really appreciate it. Thanks for coming. Okay, we got to give a big shout out to Fort Lauderdale Yacht Crew.
Yes.
Lars, there you go. Lars, you
Thank
got it.
you.
The producer got sidetracked. These guys run a West Park called Finalist, and they do a damn good job at it. Finalist Crew. Mike and Meredith. Thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching.
A big thanks again to everybody who showed up. I'm so happy about this, and I'm happy to be able to buy you guys some free drinks. And thanks to the sponsorship, and thanks for the crew, and thanks for everybody who made this happen. It's really an honor. All right, for Crew Corner, we're going to talk to a captain about hiring day workers because he just recently went through that. So his name is Captain David Meyer. And Georgia, go ahead, give me the old AMSOIL sponsor for Crew Corner. Let's go. Dave is a Southern regional rep for AMSOIL products. What's that mean? That means synthetic oil. That means oil analysis. He'll even put the little things on your engine, so it's easy peasy to get your oil tested. Check out the safety of your engine with Dave from AMSOIL. Crew Corner this week, we're going to talk to Captain David Meyer from Magnum Ride. It's a 102-foot Hatteras. You just came down from New England.
We did.
How was the ride down?
It was bumpy.
Bumpy?
Bumpy. And it seemed like this whole year was.
You could have just gone on the inside like some captains we know.
Well, truth be told, I did do that for a day or two,
Okay.
but we didn't stop.
Oh.
Unlike some captains we do.
So anyway, today David's going to share his recent experience on trying to hire day workers on social media.
Yes.
David, go ahead. Tell them how it is.
So it's tough because, when you have a job and you post it, I posted on daywork123.com, Fort Lauderdale Yacht Crew, was very specific with instructions. Send your CV to this address or to this email address with the subject
Your
line. Contact information.
Must be legal
The
to
rate
work.
must be legal to work. Please, must be legal to work. I have to say that. If I don't say that, somebody tells me to put that in
That's
there,
me.
or the other admins, because CBP does monitor this.
Yeah,
Okay.
just by the way, we are at the boat show and they are walking the docks. And the one thing, I want to make this extremely clear, it's not because we are prejudiced against anybody.
No.
It has to do with, I personally do not want to be responsible for someone losing their B1, B2 for 10 years
Yep.
because I overlooked a little law. So you went out and you did that, and how many responses did you get?
122 responses the first hour.
Wow.
Of that, about 35 to 40% were actually legit. Okay, meaning they were green
Legal to
card,
work.
legal to work in the U.S. Unfortunately, most people did respond appropriately. Now, the reason I'm asking for send to this email address with this subject line is, one, I want to see if somebody followed basic instructions, but two, don't text me. First of all, if I don't recognize your text, I'm going to probably ignore it. Don't DM me, because half of those can go into chat requests in Facebook, and then you never see them.
And I'll add this, because it's a business and we want your resume.
Yes.
You know?
And the other thing I said was, when you show up in it looking like a yachty, look like, wear a uniform. The reason I said that is because almost all of the CVs I got said, I'm looking for a full-time job, and they were mostly green candidates. Mm-hmm. And that's fine. We hire green candidates, but you show up looking like you want the part.
So obviously, I know you got your day worker, but you got flamed a little on social media.
Yes.
The first one that was flamed was the uniform thing.
Yes.
I think you explained it briefly, but I mean, just throwing a polo shirt on is not a big deal.
No.
And I'll tell you what. So you hired somebody who showed up where are they now?
That person who worked for the rate showed up in a uniform. She's our full-time stew now.
Okay. I know a lot of people think yachty's like this thing, but these are real jobs. This is a real business. This is real employers, and you really should dress for the part.
You should, and it shows us, one, that you want to be there, and
very important.
Here's the thing: she showed up in a proper uniform. We gave her clothes to wear, a boat uniform to wear on the boat, because she was going to get filthy that day, But she came, she did the work, she had a great attitude. It was probably not the favorite place she wanted to be on the boat.
But now she's got a job.
Now she's got a job, and very happy.
And it leads me to the second thing that you were flamed on, and it went on and on and on, about the day rate.
The day rate. The bottom line is we have budgets that we have to work with. It's not about how much the boat's worth or how much the owner's worth. It's that we have operating budgets, and if we have $160 a day, or $200 a day, that's what it is. So one thing I was thinking about is I actually talked to somebody. I was gonna hire him for a day work job, but it turns out that their day rate is $225 a day. That's not the advertised price. If I could pay you $225 a day, I would. But that's the budget I have to work with.
It's important to remember that we don't own these boats. And the way it works with owners is, if you can get a couple guys for X amount of dollars a day, that's fine. Owners do not like day workers, because they're like, well, why is the crew here? It's a big fight with captains going, well, I'll tell you what, boss, we just did a transit down, we're beat, we've got to turn the boat around, things need to be done, we need extra help. Some owners are very generous, some owners don't get it, but the fact of the matter is, we don't set the rate. And I don't want to hear this crap, oh, well, the boss is a millionaire, he can afford it. The guy who owns McDonald's is a millionaire too, he can afford to pay his guys a lot more. But it's really not the point. The point I'm trying to make is, by flaming a captain on social media because of the day rate, when you particularly aren't even interested in a job, it's a waste of time.
Right.
It really is a waste of time.
It's a waste of time, and one thing, you're right. We had just come back. Literally the morning we got back, we had day workers on the boat, and because the crew was tired.
And this person got a job.
She got a job.
And that's what day working is. You're here to get a job. Whenever I hear someone say, oh, it's not a living wage, you're not supposed to be living on a day worker rate. You're not supposed to. One guy commented, he says, I have to put $100 worth of gas in my truck every week. How can I live on this? The fact is, he doesn't want you to live on that. The fact of the matter is, that was poor spending on your part. If you're a day worker, 20-year-old kid, and have a $80,000 truck that needs $100 worth of gas every week, that was a bad choice. It really was. I mean, as far as living, that's why you have roommates. We all did that when we were younger. I'm going to close with this. What do you feel about paper resumes versus now the new digital?
So I have mixed feelings, and I'm old school, so I like that paper in my hands. Mm-hmm. But I kind of like a combination of the two. So carry some paper ones around, but if I don't have anywhere to do it, have a card with it on there as well. For me anyway, have a card, at least I can take that. But I do prefer a paper resume that I can actually hold and read.
And I kind of agree with that. I got in on that same page, post, someone said, well, just give them a QR code, don't. And I responded, I said, look, if you show up in a resume that I don't have to print for you, you're halfway to getting a full-time job with me. And I understand we're going into digital age, but frankly, sometimes my phone doesn't read the QR codes.
Right.
Frankly, I don't, just if it's so much easier, you hand me a resume and give me a card and off to the races you go. Do not subtract one form for another. In other words, don't walk around with a QR code without backup. Because we're old guys, we like paper.
Yep.
I like having paper sitting on my desk and staring at it and going, should I hire you? Anyway, I'm Doug, and you are
David.
And this is this is Crew Corner, and we're going to jump back to close the show out. All right, Dave, thanks very much.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, that's all good info, guys. Thanks for watching. Chelsea will be back next week. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate everybody watching the show. I just can't thank you enough. And my name's Doug, and Chelsea's not here, but we'll see you next time.